Today's Hindu newspaper has an article, The Reality Behind Falling FDI, and I'll quickly sum up what's happening. Imagine you run a popular lemonade stand and every day you see crowds of people lining up, tossing money into your cash register. On paper, it all looks good, but at the end of the month, you check your register and you realize that you are all broke. Why? Because the money that was pouring in was flying away at a faster pace. This is exactly what is happening to India's economy right now with foreign direct investment, or as we call it, FDI. If you read the official government headlines, everything sounds amazing. India is attracting record amounts of global investment. It is called gross FDI, the total amount of foreign money entering the country. But economists are sounding the alarm of a different number that is called the net FDI. Now, net FDI is the money that actually stays in India after you subtract all the money that's leaving the country. And that number recently fell from $44 billion in 2020-2021 to $1 billion in 2024-25. Now, why is this money leaving India? To understand why this is happening, we have to look at who is investing. Historically, India attracted builders. These are massive global companies like Samsung or Hyundai that come here to build physical factories, set up supply chains, and create long-term jobs. This is called real FDI. Sadly, this article reveals that this type of long-term manufacturing investment has been shrinking for 12 years now. 40% of money coming into India now comes from financial investors like private equity and venture capital funds. They don't want to build factories forever. They buy a stake in a hot Indian tech company, wait for 3 to 5 years, and then exit to make a massive profit. And when they exit, they convert their rupees back into dollars and take the money right out of the country. Now, this has created a very worrisome reality. Over the last 12 years, for every $1 that was entering India, $1.50 are going out of India. And these are through investor exits, through dividends, and through royalty fees. So why does it matter to us? When net FDI drops to zero, India becomes vulnerable. We rely on foreign income to keep our currency, the rupee, stable. If that money vanishes, the rupee faces a downward pressure, making imports more expensive. More importantly, financial investments don't build infrastructure or manufacturing plants that India desperately needs to create millions of stable long-term jobs for young graduates who are currently the demographic dividend of this nation. And if these jobs are not created, we are going to become demographic burden on this country. Now, headline numbers can be highly deceptive. India does not just need a massive quantity of global cash flowing through its borders. It needs right quality of sticky long-term investments that stays here to build this nation.